Who did you get to do your dirty work?
Move out of my way.
And if I don't, will I get a knife in my chest too?
Next Wednesday.
But for an innocent woman, a lot of dead people keep popping up near.
Growing suspicions
You just come right in the nick of time when Andy needs your aid.
may lead to explosive confrontations.
You didn't go too damn far this time.
I'ma sue you for everything you got.
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Looks like your little plan backfired. This means war.
Tyler Perry's Sistas.
Okay, Sisters fans, episode 4 is entitled Showin' Out, and this will be dropping next Wednesday. Man, I know the episode 3 just aired last night, and I am already curious to see what the ratings will look like. In my opinion, episode 3 was slightly better. It felt better to watch. I enjoyed watching it way more than episode 2. Now, episode 4, let's get into the synopsis. Andy attempts to see Gary is stopped by an indignant Hudson. Tony's surprise for Danny leads to a blow up between them at work, while Robin gives Fatima the worst boss she can imagine. Now, you just saw the promo, and again, thanks to Sisters and BET, all those behind the scenes who make these trailers possible, especially when it comes to posting these trailers directly after a new episode to promote the next one. So, simply put, this trailer shows a lot of friction between the ladies and, either co-workers, their superiors at work, or unruly customers. So, first of all, a character who I did not expect to see again, I believe her name is Paige. She was the white co-worker at the bank with Sabrina who was gunning for the branch manager position. She was pretty much always trying to undermine Sabrina, correct her at her job, and more often than not, she would end up shooting her own self in the foot and be, wrong about something. Apparently, Maurice, I believe, said something to, I don't know, management or whoever else, put in a customer complaint saying, oh, well, one of your employees is, having relations with customers in the parking lot or something, getting Paige terminated. But now she's back and ready for revenge. Looks like your little plan backfired. This means war. So, yeah, she's probably going to try to, get revenge on Maurice and Sabrina. Now, from there, we go to the airport, and Tony's like, hey, I think you need to start thinking about career advancement opportunities. Danny's like, look, I ain't trying to advance anything about this career. And then she gets to the point where she goes, you gone too damn far this time. Now, I don't know if it's one of these things where Tony is, well, I don't know. Is it a, favoritism thing because he's dating Danny and it's like, hey, how about we get you a position where you can make more money, I don't know, utilize your skills more, pick up some new skills, but Danny is just content. I don't know. Could this be a legitimate thing he wants to do for her, or because she closed him off from trying to help her with her therapy journey, he's just trying to help her out in a different way? Regardless, it just seems like Danny is being extremely ungrateful, and she is going to lash out at Tony. And then that's going to lead to one or both of them being very petty to each other. And this is why you don't mix relations in the workplace, people, especially if you're dating your boss. Now, from there, Karen deals with a potential lawsuit from Vanessa, who looks very fine, by the way. She is lashing out. Look, I'm going to sue you for everything you got. And then Karen's like, look, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. And I think she makes a crack at either Karen or Pam somehow. Look at you, looking like Chili from TLC. Roots and riches is a scam. And I'm just like, oh, wow. So I guess she didn't like whatever hairdo she received after using Roots to Riches. But either way, she's looking for that lawsuit. Now, from there, we have Hayden. And he's saying, like, for an innocent woman, a lot of dead people keep popping up around her. And we see that Zach is showing up in the hallway. This is, I believe, as Hayden and Fatima are meeting up to go over, their workload. And then that leads to that one scene where Hayden probably says something slick and then Zach chases him out of the room. Now, kind of picking up where we left off, probably the first scene is when Fatima is kind of, confronting Robin, who confronts her about, not doing her job. It's like, you know what? You just come right in the nick of time, right? When Andy needs you. And then Robin's like, wait, what do you mean? And then he goes on to say, look, I know that you and Andy are more than just colleagues, your friends. And then he wants to make it clear, like, look, I'm also here to look out for her. So maybe this gets rid of any suspicion. But to be honest, I feel like Fatima was just thinking something was off because, oh my goodness, Robin, the guy who owns the majority of this law firm, wants me to actually sit down and do my job on the company clock. I can't believe it. But no, this is what bosses do. So, over at the hospital, Hudson is, going head to head with Andy. Hey, I did not stab Gary. Oh, well, who did you get to do your dirty work then? He's like, move out of my way. Oh, and if I don't, will you put a knife in me? Will you put a knife in my chest too? But we do know that Andy eventually makes her way to go see Gary. And it looks like she's about to cry. And I'm just like, are you kidding me right now? But he's not on that ventilator or respirator, whatever the oxygen machine, because at this point it doesn't look like whatever got injected into his IV has impacted him yet. But that's the scary part, because if Andy is back there alone and then he starts to flatline or something, she's going to look incredibly guilty. So the last thing to talk about is, I believe, Maurice and Sabrina talking about the Gary thing at work. And then Maurice like, I'm surprised he didn't get beat like a Democrat in the Florida primary. That's a nod to the election, considering that by the time this episode airs, the election will be over, that Tuesday. So with that being said, that's pretty much all I have to say about the trailer for next week showing out. I think it looks okay, I guess. Nothing too exciting, but I guess we're all just waiting to see who stabbed Gary, who injected whatever into the his IV, and that's that. So, as always, please take a moment to like and subscribe. Check out my episode reviews, not just for Sistas episode 3 of season 8, but also the mid-season finale review of Zatima season 3A. You know how I feel about, if you watch my reviews, you know how I feel about this season so far. Not going in the top tier. At this moment, season 3 is my least favorite of Zatima. Papa's House, I'm reviewing that. I've got my first 2 episode reviews up. I forgot about the Everybody Hates Chris cartoon reboot. I know that they just had the season finale. I think it's like 11 episodes. If I do review it, it's going to be on my backup channel, My Kind of Entertainment. And that's pretty much all I have for you. So, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.